Humans and animals are quite similar when it comes to territory. We have an area, we like to call it ours. Animals have an area, they like to call it theirs, and if it's infringed upon, it becomes a big problem, right? This is called territoriality. It's a topic I've been researching for about a week. I've looked up many real world examples, come up with some of my own connections, and I'm going to bestow that knowledge upon you. So territoriality can be broken up into three main categories. You have animal, human, and political territoriality. So let's start with animal because I think it's the easiest to understand. Animal territoriality is exactly what you would think it is. Animals have a territory they call their own, they like it. And whether that be for feeding purposes, mating purposes, living purposes, they like it. And if other animals get too close or something, they have warning signs or they will have violent actions. For a good example of this is seagull territoriality. Seagulls will occupy one section of a rock. So one boulder can be occupied by three different seagull groups, and if they get too close to the other one or something, they have different calls that mean different things, or sometimes it gets violent and they fight each other. Similarly, humans, we also have that same kind of dispute. Let's say someone breaks into your home. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? You're going to probably fight back, right? Um, and so now let's talk about human territoriality. Um, humans can, like, human territoriality can be broken up into three parts: primary, secondary, and public. Primary territoriality in humans is our home. Um, or not our home, sorry, our room, and that's ours, right? An individual. Secondary would be like a group. That would be like our home, or even as big as our community. Um, and then public is an area in the public that is recognized as somebody's or some groups. Um, so, for example, gang controls a block, or this friend group kind of controls this table. It's a public section; anybody can sit there, but it's kind of recognized as theirs. Um, and so we can also uh, not be physical. It can be uh, just kind of like a group. So you have your friend group. That's your group. A sense of belonging and a sense of security comes with this. Um, or your family, for example, or maybe a part of some kind of club, and that's that. It can also be virtual. So there are groups online, like Facebook groups you can join, that also, same reason, gives you a sense of security. Um, And lastly, let's talk about political territoriality. So, political territoriality is also pretty straightforward. You have your borders for your country, which protects natural resources, creates sovereignty, and creates nationalism. Um, and as you can tell, that when things get a little rough, um, we go to war, right? With borders, it's almost always a border dispute. For example, the DMZ zone in North and South Korea. We also have our borders, and we also have our border problems, right, in America. Um, and so basically, territoriality is animals or people or whole nations claiming an area and making it theirs for a sense of belonging and, for animals' sake, or animals' instance of feeding and breeding. Humans, we have our sense of belonging and our security, and politically, it is our natural resources and our freedom in America, right? And so, next time you're walking around, I want you to look around and see if you can find examples of territoriality, because it's everywhere. It is really everywhere.